But if you're in want of project bags that are simple and easy and um, just something you can put together really quickly, really quickly. I did three in one day, three in a couple hours. Check out Vanna's tutorial on that. And Vanna, thank you so much for doing all of the tutorials that you do to everyone who does them, because that takes a lot of time. And anyway, okay. All right. So then I was back to Frosted Pumpkin and I saw some things that I wanted to buy, just little smalls for summer and 4th of July. And so my friend Colleen, who I do some finishing for, and she lives very close to Reflections. And so she is in there a little more frequently than I am, and she'll pick up things for me. And she has done several of these word plays by Brenda Gervais. And I love Brenda Gervais patterns, and she's probably one of my favorites. I haven't done a lot of hers, which is bizarre, but I have a lot. And anyway, Colleen had done several word plays back last winter, and they were just cute. And I thought they were seasonal for some reason. And so one day I'm like, I'm going to go to Reflections and I'm going to get a word play for July, because I realized I don't have a whole lot of summer cross stitch laying around the house. And so I did, and Julie said, well, the word plays aren't seasonal, they're monthly, so what month do you want? And so I ended up getting June and July and came straight home and started on it. And this is the July word play, and I love it. See, this is my house. I mean, this is kind of my house. Like, that's July, and there is red and blue in it, but there's not. It's just soft and primitive, and I love anything with a boat. I love this. So I've been working on it, although I think it calls for 32 count. And the fabric that Julie helped me find, which I love, is 40 count. And I do wish it was a little bit bigger. So this is what I worked on last week while I was working, kind of in between working on something else that I'm going to show you here in a second. And so this is July Wordplay by Brenda Gervais, and the little crab, man, is he cute. So yeah, just a little bit more to go on that. And then I got June, and I decided, a lot of times when I'm working on stuff, Colleen and I will be talking or texting back and forth, and I told her I was kind of irritated with the 40 count. I just want it to be a little bit bigger. And she was like, well, I'll run in tomorrow and get you some fabric. And I said, well, you don't have to. And so, of course, she did, and got me 32 count fabric, the perfect fabric for June. So that June wordplay, do I have it here? Yeah, here it is. This is June. Oh, terrible glare. June is my birthday month. So it's just a little house, and what are the words? Lemonade, ladybugs, Flag Day, strawberry pie, summertime, and catching fireflies. So anyway, super cute. Okay, I've worked on other stuff, but that's all we're going to talk about today. FFOs are the old FFOs. So I realized that I gave credit a couple months ago to the wrong person with some freebies that I've made, and I've made several of her freebies online, gotten the patterns online and their freebies, and I gave credit to the little stitcher, and it's actually the primitive hair, and I knew that almost immediately, and should have corrected it. So the last couple years I've done several of her freebies after I found her. I think her pattern, and I have some of her purchased patterns as well. I love her patterns. Primitive hair. And this was one I did 2 summers ago. Keep in mind the dog got to this at some point last year, and so it has kind of teeth marks in it. I mean, I rescued it in time, but it's a little worse for the wear. But anyway, this is summer. I think it also had a word, maybe summer in another language. Again, I don't know. I don't know if she's Italian or French. I feel like she's French, but I feel like I don't really know I would know more of the words in it if they were in Italian, but I don't know. Somebody correct me on that. Um, but, and then just used, some fabric and wool on the back. And again, not the greatest, certainly not the greatest finishing job, but it is a super cute pattern. I love all her patterns. And then I wanted 2 summers ago. I just needed some quick and simple finishes, not cross stitch, but I can do them. I can do like just regular embroidery very quickly. So I designed a whole bunch of smalls for a big bowl that I bought that I can't find. I don't know. It's packed away somewhere and I can't find it. So now I have these just scattered kind of all around the house in different places. But anyway, so so this is July, as you can see, and I just drew these myself and to put them on here in pigment pen, and I did a whole bunch of, I tea-dyed some fabric. This is another one that the dog got too. There were more buttons down here and he chewed the buttons off, so I have to fix that. But Liberty, this one would be cute, except for you can't read the, make sure I'm still recording here. You can't read the 1776 July 4th. This is my favorite one. I don't know why, but Long May She Wave. I think that's cute. And then I have this one is a little more detailed with 1776, just a little planter. So that's kind of what I did. That's what I did. I don't know, maybe like 2 summers ago or something. So those are fun to have around the house. Okay, I have more haul than this, but again, I'm only going to show you. I'm happy that you saw my close-up of my face. Great. So I made 3 project bags, and I guess I only see 2, but this was another one that I made using this. I have like 6 yards of this fabric, and I love this fabric. And then I'm just putting the whatever pattern I have and safety pinning it to the front. So that was that project bag with that on the inside. And this one, as you can see, has Early Americans, which was a little bit of haul that I had. Again, thinking that, I want to do, I think I'm going to do these as individual ones. But Vonna has a great border if you were to do them together, and I may use her border on the individual ones if I can figure out how to, like, what's the word? Not alter it, but how to adjust it for the smalls. But I may not. I don't know. Anyway, those are cute. Those should be really simple. Like this one, it's not, you're only stitching the roof and the columns. You're not stitching the whole house. So that'll go really quickly. But that's John Hancock and Betsy Ross, and I do love those. So that's there. And then these are the, I mentioned some smalls from Frosted Pumpkin. So there was, this one is called Summer Sparkler Party. And that's really cute. And I ran to Hobby Lobby and got all the DMC for these, all 3 of these. Summer Sparkler Party. This is Pen Pals Sunny Days and Salty Waves. I love the little pen pals, and I've done a couple of these, and they're cute. And I'll turn this into a hanging pillow for the light up tree. Look how cute that is. See, I could get these done in no time. And then this one is also Pen Pals Ice Cream You Scream. And Julie found some fabric that is just like that. It's all like modelly with different colors in it. So I got that to do that. Those are just cute. They look really cute on the tree. So that's that haul. And then just a few more pieces of haul. Here's the other horse Mill Hill kit. And then while I was looking at those, I found 2 other Mill Hill kits that I loved. And I actually want to start on this. I would actually like to get this done right away because it's summer, and I do lighthouses. I have lighthouses in my bathroom upstairs, as I mentioned. So this is a lighthouse. What is this called? Lighthouse. Yeah. These are just 5.25 by 5.25. They come with the beads, the floss, and this is on the paper backing. I think that's pretty. I love lighthouses. And then this one, our laundry room is really blah. It's tiny. But I have a couple of spots on the wall in there that I could hang stuff, and I saw this, and this would not be hard to whip out. It's not even full coverage. So it's another 5 by 5 laundry room. Look at how cute that is with the old wringer washer, or I don't know. Anyway, that's cute. Super cute. Then I was watching, who was it? Shoot. Can't think who I was watching. And she talked about I know. It was Buckeye Stitcher. And she talked about going to she was watching somebody else and then mentioned the clear project bags, or the clear kind of file folder bags that you could use for project bags from the dollar store. So I stopped into the dollar store on my way out to first Saturday hooking, for rug hooking last Saturday. The cats. And they didn't have any of those, but I did find, and I was thinking for like the frosted pumpkin for $1, the little pencil cases. So I thought, well, the nice thing about that is you have a little window. So for, just a bunch of little smalls, and then you can throw them in your purse so I got 4 of those. So thought those might be I have to organize those and put those all together. Okay. That concludes, I think. Oh, here's the other project bag that I made. I have one more thing to show you. A little bit of haul. This is the other project bag I made using the Alice in Wonderland fabric. So I did a quilt block, and then I just turned it into a little project bag. What do I have on the inside of that? I have spotted fabric. So I collect nativities, and I have a couple of cross-stitch nativities that one of them is going to take me forever. I guess I only have one, and then I'm getting ready to order a rug nativity that a designer friend of mine designed for another friend of mine several years ago, and it's just gorgeous. And she said she would make one for me too, and it's huge and it's small. It's there's it's like the camels walking in the background on the hill and to Bethlehem. It's a huge, giant nativity. And so one night I was laying in bed and I thought, gosh, I really want a nativity like a really nice cross-stitch nativity. And I just Googled and started looking, and 123 Stitch came up with this heirloom nativity sampler. This is 9th in the heirloom series, so I don't know. This is original design by Thea Dueck for the Victoria sampler. And I see they have Christmas cardinal samples and all kinds of things. This actually has a little bit of heart hanger on it, which is another thing I kind of wanted to start doing with Ingeborg's incentivization. That's not a word, but Ingeborg and her heart hanger, and it's so beautiful. So here is the nativity sampler. It's kind of hard to see. It's not the greatest picture even on the thing. So it's just a long, kind of all of the angels, the shepherds, the wise men and the camel, and then the family, the Holy Family in the manger. I don't like cutesy, and I didn't think this was cutesy. And then the heart hanger at the bottom. Isn't that beautiful? So I ordered it, and it actually came with, I don't know about this, guys. It came with, I suppose this is supposed to be the Heirloom Nativity Sampler Accessory Pack. And so it's got Gloriana Overdyed, Krynic Mori, Gentle Art, and then Mill Hill Beads. And it, like that. I mean, for that whole huge thing, that cannot possibly be, I don't know. And it's 1,000 pages long. Because there are a ton of specialty stitches. I don't know. I might want to start that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to start that yet or not. I kind of do, but. And then I got the fabric for it. I think I had this fabric, and so I just cut it to the right size. Let's do it this way. And I think that fabric will be perfect for it. So anyway, but yeah, that was another little bit of haul that I had. So, okay, this does conclude the stitching portion of our video today. And I only have a few more things to show you, and it'll be quick. But I was going to show you, just a few other things that I've been working on, and my reasoning for not having done more stitching. So I just, you know how my head works or my brain works or whatever. I don't know. It's more like heart. It's more how my heart works. But I just kind of, something grabs me and I work on it. So I was working on the rug with the three ladies with umbrellas and black top hats. It's almost done. All of the vignettes are done. All of the people are done. The ladies' dresses, the top hats, the umbrellas. The words at the bottom are half done. All I have is background. I happened to be in the rug hooking store one day, and they had a class the weekend before, the weekend of graduation, that I couldn't attend. And the designer and artist who had done the class had brought a bunch of her patterns. I've taken her class many times. I have tons of her patterns. And she had left behind, you know, like a stack of patterns for people to buy if they were interested who did not take the class. I went through the stack. I found two right off the bat that I loved, and I bought those. And this was a week ago Saturday. I bought them on Friday. Janice and I color planned them on Friday. I went in on Saturday and started hooking, and I finished the first pattern yesterday. So Saturday to and a week, so Saturday to Sunday. Had our AC not gone out, I would have finished it on Saturday, but so it would have taken me 1 week. So I have to reach over here to grab these rugs. So this is called Earn with a Flag, and it is a pattern by a lovely designer out of Kansas, south of Kansas City. Her name is Maggie Bononomy, and she has books and all kinds of things, and most of her things are very, very primitive and awesome. And this was her big pattern last summer when I took her class, or last spring when we took her class, and many ladies did it, and I did not. I chose to do something different, which I should show you, but it's hanging up. But anyway, but I thought, oh, I really want to do that, and I want to do that for 4th of July, and so this is called Earn with a Flag. And if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you see it. So it still has to be bound. I'm sorry, I'm not doing a very good job of showing you what it looks like. It still has to be bound, but other than that, it's finished. And so it's just a really primitive flag, primitive urn. I love the flowers, those just kind of fakey, circly flowers. I think they're cute. Yeah, so urn with a flag. And I'm going to crochet the edges on that, so that'll be an easy answer to binding it, and it won't take quite as long. And then, so the other pattern that I got is gigantuous, and I started it. So I finished Earn with a Flag yesterday and started, this is called Old Settlement. And the reason I was attracted to this pattern is I had done a rug last year for my sister for her birthday that is like a portion of this. So it's like one house with a big flower in a pot and the moon with a dark background, and it turned out really cute. And then now she has the big pattern with 3 houses, and they're kind of like log cabin-y houses, and the urn and the moon. And so this is, I don't know, you're not going to be able to see this. Oh my goodness, so it's huge. So this is called Old Settlement. And this is my start on the house. Can't really see the house and the tree, but yeah, on the first little house. So this rug is, what's the size of this? It's big. It is, I don't know, 26 by 72, so quite large. Versus Urn with Flag was 24 by 31. So Urn with Flag I got done in a week. But I didn't really do anything else while I was working on that one, so this will take me longer. And this week I really want to devote to cross stitch since I didn't do a whole lot last week, so I don't know. This is a rug that I designed myself. Several years ago, I couldn't find a good Easter rug, and I wanted something to put up at Easter, so I designed, with the help of a friend who drew the bunnies for me because I can't draw to save my life. I designed this, and she helped me draw the bunnies, and it's called Oh Glorious Day. So it's an Easter rug, and I happen to still have this up. I should put it away, but this is worked. What's kind of neat about this rug is that I did the background with straight line hooking in kind of a fadey, so I go from the darker up to the lighter with some sort of modeling in it. Yeah, I really like how that turned out. That was really a fun rug to do. So, and that was another rug I hooked really quickly. On the rug front, so we have open hooking every Friday, and then we have First Saturday hooking on Saturdays, and there's a small group of us who get together at the rug hooking store and hook together on those days. And we have one lone male hooker. That sounds terrible, but anyway, he's a male rug hooker, and he's just a sweetheart man, and he's kind of new to hooking, but he's really good right off the bat, of course. And he and his partner go to Wisconsin every summer and spend some time at their home in Wisconsin, and they pass this goat farm on the way from Omaha to Wisconsin. I don't know where the goat farm is, if it's in Wisconsin or what. But anyway, he wanted to do this rug. He found a rug of goats, and he wanted to do it. And I had seen the pattern years ago, and it's mama goats and baby goats. And I thought it was a very cute pattern, but didn't really think a whole lot about, like, that's cute, but I don't really have goats or have any big affinity to goats. And then he got it, and he started working on it at open hooking on Friday, or he brought it and was working on it. And I looked at it, and the first thing that popped into my head was, I have to make that for Michelle. So the funny part of what I want to talk about in this whole thing, so then I thought, well, that's just silly. You don't even know Michelle. I mean, I feel like I know Michelle. I feel like I could raise a goat if I had to right now. No, I totally couldn't, but you know what I mean. And I started thinking about this whole Flosstube thing and how, gosh, I have friends or acquaintances that I've known for 100 years, since like maybe high school. And I'm going to be 50 in a few weeks, so for 100 years. And I don't know them as well as I know Michelle Rudy or Ivana Pfeiffer or all these other people that I feel like I know through Flosstube, that Ingeborg or Sylvia in Germany. I've never even met these people. They don't even live in my country, and I feel like I know them. I don't know. So I thought, I really want to, so I put it out of my head. I thought, I'm not making a rug for Michelle Rudy. And Michelle has talked to me about her interest in rug hooking. So, and she showed it on her Flosstube videos. So I came home, and the air conditioner went out, which just upset me, like beyond belief, like ridiculously upset about the fact that we have no AC. And I had a glass of wine, which does not help when the AC is out. And I thought, I'm gonna send her a message and just say, hey, I found this rug, and would it be weird if I made it for you? I just really want to make it. Like, it's all I can think about. And hit send and thought, oh, this is so weird. This is like Stalkerville. I'm like stalking this person. Like, can I make you a gift? Can I? Oh, weird. Wow. She wrote me back yesterday and she was like, yes, that would be awesome. So I am making Michelle a goat rug, but I won't show progress on here because I think she watches my videos. So I'm not going to show progress. And I told her I'm going to get Old Settlement done. And then I have 2 classes that I'm taking in between, or 2 classes I'm taking, one next weekend and one in July. And so it'll probably be fall before I get the goat rug done, but it's going to be cool. I have so many ideas for it already, and it's going to be really neat. So I'm very excited about that. And, you know, it's just always an honor to be able to bless somebody else. And yeah, I don't know. It's probably really bizarre. Do you guys find it weird? Like I'm talking about somebody on Flosstube to a non-Flosstube person, and you say, well, I have this friend, and then you think, well, I don't know, you can't, like, I have this friend who raises goats in Minnesota. Can I say that? I think I can. I don't know. That's just weird. I don't know. It's a little strange. It's a little strange. This community is strange. It's a bizarre, I mean, it's awesome, but I feel like people wouldn't necessarily understand or get it. Okay. Well, that being said, I had a private Facebook message from somebody who said, you don't know me, but I watch your Flosstube videos, and I have a little something for you. And the first time I got the message, I just ignored it because it felt weird, and I thought, no, just that's weird. The second time I got the message, I looked the person up, and I forgot to ask permission to say her name, so I'm not going to, but she'll know who she is. And I looked her up, and she was just a lovely person, and you know, so I sent her my address. I don't know, my husband would kill me if he knew I did that. And I received, sorry guys, sorry. I received the loveliest little gift from her. So I've mentioned how I collect Beatrix Potter. I collect the books. I collect the little figurines. My cat's going to knock everything over here in 1 second. He's going underneath the rugs. Ugh. He's more crazy than the... I'm sorry. I'm making all kinds of noise here. I collect the little figurines, which are very expensive if you get the originals. And so I only have 3. And these are the 3 that I have. And this is Mrs. Rabbit and the bunnies. And so it's just a little, it's just a little tchotchke. Would you call it that? Tchotchke. But they go in there, and then I arrange them with seasonal stuff. And then this is Hunkamunka and Holding Baby. And then this one, I love this one. This one is the Tailor of Gloucester. The little mouse. And look, he's reading. Anyway, I Flosstube person, you don't know me, but I know you. Can I send you this gift that I found something for you? And look at what she sent. She sent me the little Beatrix Potter bunny ornament. Look at how cute he is. I was so unbelievably touched by that. I think she said she found him at a flea market or something. And, you know, I don't think it was a gajillion dollars, but it was some amount of money, and these are kind of pricey. Like, these little figurines are, you know, $30, $40, $50. They're not cheap. So, isn't that sweet? Anyway, and she paid postage. She doesn't live in the States, and she paid postage to send it. Thank you so much. That was so sweet of you to do that. Again, this community, it's just awesome. Okay, couple more things. So, our bathroom upstairs at Stenton Lighthouses has one little window and a skylight, and this is the master bath, and I have never had a curtain on the window. We back up. Our property backs up to Sid property, so there are no houses behind us, and it's just open, whatever, open grass and field and trees and all that. And so I've never put a curtain up there. And then our AC went out, and it faces south. And so when our AC went out, of course, it gets heated up in there pretty quickly. And I walked into the bathroom yesterday morning, and my son, who uses that bathroom because Maddie uses the other bathroom down the hall, that's her bathroom, and so he shares with us, he had taken one of his old T-shirts and hung it up over the window, and it looked like, you know, it's really trashy. And I thought, oh, that's awful that I haven't made curtain to go there. And so I've been seeing these patterns for crocheted curtains that I think are just adorable, and I have so much yarn and so much thread, and so I found a free pattern online, and I'm going to make, in fact, I'm going to start this today. Oh shoot, I maybe don't have a picture of the whole thing because I just printed out, oh, I'm sorry, printed out the instructions. Well, no, I don't. I didn't print a picture. But here's kind of to give you an idea. This is going to be really, oh yes, I do. This is going to be it's kind of funky. It's kind of, I think it's kind of bohemian would be the boho chic maybe. Probably not boho chic. Probably just, I don't know. Hippie is what some people might call it, but I think it's cute. It's called a Flower Power Valance, and it looks like that. Isn't that cute? I'm not using those colors, so I'm using yarn, and now I can hear my son getting up, and he's probably like, who is she talking to? I'm using like softer blues and a little corally. Isn't that sweet? I think that's so sweet. So I want to do that today, or start it today, just to put a little something up in that window. I mean, it won't really block the next time the AC goes out. It's not going to block anything, really, but it'll at least maybe Ryan won't have to put a T-shirt up in the window. He's going to come walking in here. I'm doing Flosstube. I'm almost done. Give me like 5 seconds. And then I happened to be at the quilt shop, and for one thing, and I had seen this before, and they were out of the patterns, and now they have the patterns in. And this is a Crabapple Hill, and I love their designs, and I've done several of their different things. Mystery of Salem, which is Quilt Guild, and so it is. So when the kids were in preschool, I made a quilt where I stitched the whole quilt, but I had the children in the class color the pictures in, so you can actually color on fabric and then heat set it and then stitch around it, and that's how this quilt is done. And then we gave it to the teacher at the end of the year. And so that's how this quilt is done. And so it's just the witches in the Quilt Guild, and so see, then it's colored just with regular crayons colored in, and then you stitch it. And so I loved it. I loved it. I thought this was so cute. So, and I had the fabric for it, some fabric that I tea stained a while back. And so I got just a start on it. So this is one panel. There's 3 panels. This is one panel of the witches going to Quilt Guild. And here's the first little coloring. And I don't have anything stitched yet, so I need to work on that a little bit. And then one last thing. There is a knitting and crochet designer and blogger. Her name is Winwick Mum, WINWICK Mum, and I follow her. And she, I think, runs every year a thing called Yarndale in the UK, a big festival of yarn and knitted, crocheted things. And I think last year, she does socks, a lot of socks, and they decided to have everyone, or whoever wanted to join in, knit socks for people in need in the UK. And so, homeless people, whatever. And you could knit any kind of sock, baby to adult, and it was just hugely successful and so much fun. And so this year she's doing it again, and she put the call out to people outside of the UK that if they wanted to do it, they could participate one of two ways: make socks and donate them locally and send her pictures, or make socks and donate them, and send them to her, and then she would get them donated in the UK. So that's what I was originally going to do. So I'm going to make a pair of socks, and I have a ton of sock yarn, and I was going to send them to her in the UK. And then I was talking to my friend Dave, the lone male rug hooker, and he was telling me about a new organization here in Omaha that a friend of his started for women of domestic violence and sexual abuse and like sex trafficking, women who are being rescued from that kind of place. And we do have a couple different places already, and he said that every place is just overflowing. There's just too many people, not enough resources. And so a friend of his has started this new organization. And so I think I'm going to knit socks for that organization and send them there, and maybe get some other people close by who want to knit socks to do the same. Or I suppose they could knit anything, but anyway, that's something I would like to do. I think that would be really neat and fun and just so cool to send some knitted socks. Knitted socks are the greatest thing ever. If you've never had a friend make you a pair of knitted socks, or you've never made your own knitted socks, once you knit a pair of socks and put them on your feet, you never want to buy store-bought socks. It is not economical. It does not save time. It in no sense makes sense, other than knitted socks feel like a little piece of heaven on your feet. So, okay, that's it. This is way long. I'm going to try to edit it. I'm going to try to insert some pictures of graduation and some other things with Ryan's help. I hope you're all well. I hope you're having a great day. Happy new week. And hopefully talk to you in less than 2 months next time around. Bye, Flosstube.